Hey guys, welcome to Rosie's Dessert Spot. In this tutorial, I'll be demonstrating how to create a Nutella and chocolate chip cookie baked cheesecake. I have some crushed Oreos, adding in my butter and mixing that through until it creates a base that you can touch with your hands, squeeze between your fingers, and it clumps together. The recipe for everything in this tutorial will be listed in the description box below. Take a 7-inch springform pan, spray it with some canola oil, and then pop some baking paper just along the sides of it. In goes your cookie base, and then press it down firmly until it's nice and compact and lining the bottom. You could also use a tablespoon to make it a bit more even along the sides as well. Once that's ready, pop it into the fridge, and in the meantime we'll build our cheesecake. I have some Philadelphia cream cheese, I've added in my caster sugar, and I'm just going to beat that together for a minute or so on medium speed. Stop mixing, and then use a spatula to clean the paddle attachment and also the sides of your bowl. You want to make sure that everything is nice and smooth and incorporated, so you'll be doing this a fair bit throughout the process. Add in your flavoring. I've used vanilla essence, or vanilla extract, sorry, and I've also added in some sour cream. This will give your cake a richness and a smoothness. And mix that through completely, maybe for another minute or so. Scrape down the bowl and then add in your eggs, making sure that it's been incorporated before you add in your next one. So once it's been fully incorporated, add in the next one. And again, you guessed it, scrape down that bowl and make sure that everything has been incorporated properly. In a bowl, I am breaking down some chocolate chip cookies. So this is going to go into our batter. You could use any other cookie really that you like, but I went for the chocolate chip. Throw in half of your cheesecake batter and then mix that cookie through to incorporate. And into the other half of the batter, I've added in 2 heaped tablespoons of Nutella. Mix that through completely with your paddle attachment on medium speed until it's fully incorporated. Could take about 15 seconds or so. And into the springform pan she goes. Adding a bit of the Nutella one, then I'm scooping in the chocolate chip cheesecake batter. Covering it a second time with my Nutella. And then finishing off again with the cookies. I grabbed a knife and I marbled it together as well. You don't really need to, but I thought might as well. And then pop it onto a tray and into your oven preheated at 180 degrees Celsius. Let that cook for about an hour or so. And in the meantime, create your ganache. This is dark chocolate that I've got here and some heavy whipping cream. I'll have the video demonstration for how to make ganache listed in the description box below. So I just zapped it in the microwave and stirred through repeatedly until I was happy with the consistency. I don't usually microwave for any longer than 20 seconds at a time. Once an hour has passed, open the door to your oven and let it cool down for an hour before putting it into the fridge. This just ensures that it doesn't crack on the top. My ganache has rested overnight at room temperature, so it's nice and thick. And it's time to build our cheesecake. So remove the baking paper, remove the base as well. It's very easy to forget that. Remove the base from your cheesecake and stick it onto your cake board with some ganache. Notice there's a crater. This will happen with a baked cheesecake regardless. You can level out your cake, but I decided to just fill in the crater with my ganache. And it added a lot of taste and richness to it, the final product. Fill in the sides just like you would with regular buttercream, for example. I'm not doing a crumb coat here, I'm just going straight in with the final layer. Scrape down the sides with your frosting scraper. I sell these acrylic ones on my website. I'll have it linked in the little eye up above. Bring that lip of frosting to the center of your cake to clear it off. And into the fridge she goes until we're ready to decorate. I have some bubble wrap here and I have washed it first and I've sprayed it with some canola oil as a non-stick agent. And I'm scooping in some melted white chocolate. Take a spatula and run it over the chocolate until it's come up and above the edges of your bubble wrap, so it's completely covered and then some. Pick it up, reposition it on your baking paper so that you have a nice, neat edging. Mine wasn't that neat, so I went in with my spatula and I just cleared it up a little more, picked it up and repositioned it. You'll know your chocolate is ready when it's still flexible but it's started to lose its gloss. That's when you pick it up and you drape it around your cake carefully. And because it was so big, the very edges did tend to harden a little bit while the middle was still soft. If this happens to you, probably don't add as much chocolate. Don't make it so thick so that it dries off evenly. Let that dry on your cake for another 15 minutes till it's completely set. And then grab your bubble wrap and peel it off gently. Notice how I'm keeping the bubble wrap really close to the bubble wrap on the cake. This just makes sure that it doesn't break off. If you were to pull away from your body, it could end up breaking your chocolate as well, so keep it nice and close, kind of like when you're waxing. There was a little piece that kind of missed out, so I had to cut out a new one and stick it on. And then load your cake with whatever you like. I've gone with the chocolate chip cookies, some fresh strawberries, maltesers I believe they are, and some meringues. As a final touch, I'm adding a red ribbon and just tying it at the front of the cake. If you like, you can add a border around your cake. I've used my ganache again and a small round piping tip, and just creating a shell border to polish that off. And you're done. I say make a delicious Nutella and chocolate chip cookie cheesecake, decorated with a really fun sort of effect using the bubble wrap and some chocolate. Needless to say, this is a very easy cake to replicate, so I hope you guys give it a go. It looks really awesome with a whole loaded effect as well, so you can do anything in there from flowers to chocolates to Ferrero Rochers, for example, would look awesome. You can paint the chocolate gold. Lots of options with this decorating kind of scheme. Thank you guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial and give it a go. So easy to do. Please send me your photos if you do. And if you haven't, don't forget to subscribe. We upload a new video every Tuesday. Now for the moment everyone's probably been waiting for, let's cut into this cake. Undo the ribbon. I actually want to cut the ugly side, so I just have to lift this up somehow and rotate it. Come on. The first slice is always the hardest, no matter what cake you're cutting. Oh, please work. Ooh. Aha! Yay! Ah, that looks so good. I cannot wait to eat that. Oh, yeah. It's nice and soft and moist and creamy. That is divine. Really, really enjoying this. I'm not a fan of meringue though, I gotta say. I'll just take that off. Thanks guys for watching, and I will catch you again on Tuesday.